Alright, what's up everybody? We are live once again. The Bears fake a trick play on the return. And they bring it back to the 32-yard line. But the game just started. They just had the opening kickoff. But welcome to the stream everybody. We got Packers Bears for game 2. Saw a great game the first time, the Rams and the Panthers. Just a few minutes ago, and hopefully we got another great game. But the Bears, they get the offense in the field, they get the ball first, and we'll see what the offense can do for their first possession. But welcome to the stream, everybody. The Bears' first play from scrimmage, a handoff to D'Andre Swift for about a yard. Not much space to run the football. That's something I'm really interested to see. How the Bears run the football against the Packers defense, because they got run over a few weeks ago against the Ravens. But the Packers defense is pretty good. Alright, there's the poll. Be sure to vote on that. I took the Bears in this game. I forget the exact score I said. I'll check in a second. So Williams to throw. And he finds DJ Moore on the slant. And he picks up about 6 to the 39-yard line. They're going Chicago here. Okay. Yeah, I took them as well. Just got to figure out what score I said now. The Bears have not scored on their last 9 opening drives. 6 punts, 3 turnovers on downs. That is not a great way to start the game for the Bears. Here they've got a 3rd and 3. Williams in shotgun, back to his right. Bring Colston Loveland in motion. From the 39, Caleb's going to look to throw. He's got time, and throws over the middle for a first down. Tight window throw, but he finds Luther Burden for a gain of 5, and the Bears move to 6. They convert their first 3rd down of the game. And they keep the opening drive alive. You're going with the Bears too, okay. So first down here from the 44. Williams going to look to throw. And he takes a shot downfield, incomplete. Too far for Colston Loveland. And it's 2nd and 10. Oh, I just realized. Never put the ball marker up. Sorry about that. So 2nd and 10 after the incompletion. I'll check my score prediction for the game in a second. I know I took the Bears, though. I just don't remember what score I said. But Williams in shotgun, back to his left. And he'll hand it off. D'Andre Swift is dragged down for a gain of about 2. So it brings up 3rd down here for the Bears. They just converted one. We'll see if they can do that again. Let's see. I said the Bears 26-21. That's my score prediction for the game. Williams throws to the outside for Luther Burden. He gets a block, and Burden's got a first down. Inside Packer territory to the 43-yard line. And a nice pickup, although DJ Moore looks like he's down on the play. But a nice catch and run there for Luther Burden. We're expecting a lower scoring game. I could see that. I actually think it's going to be a little bit on the higher scoring side. But I think it'll be very close either way. Here's a handoff. Swift up the middle. He's got space. And 9 yards on first down. A good run there for D'Andre Swift. And a good looking drive to start this game for the Bears. Looking to snap their streak of 9 straight games without points in the opening drive. D'Andre Swift, a career high on the year in terms of rushing yards with 1,087 and touchdowns with 9, averaging 4.9 yards per attempt. So 7 plays, 34 yards in the drive so far. Williams comes under center. Colston Loveland winds up as the running back. And they're going to hand it to Swift. We got a trick play here. Kmet on the end around. Looks like he might want to throw that. And Kmet is just going to keep it himself for about a yard. So it looks like they wanted Cole Kmet to try to throw that right there. He's a lefty, apparently. I didn't even know that. But Ben Johnson tries a trick play early. Does not work. And yeah, there's just nothing really downfield. So a smart play to not force it. 3rd and short for the Bears. Williams brings the tight end in motion. And he hands off. Monungai is straight ahead. He's got a first down to the 24-yard line. And a nice run for Kyle Monungai in his first touch. First down for the Bears. Monungai, a 7th-round rookie out of Rutgers. Very similar to Isaiah Pacheco for the Chiefs. So a first down for the Bears at the 24. Williams under center. Swift is the back. Bring Loveland in motion. And they hand it off to Burden. That play got blown up. The Bears are lucky they keep possession right there. Because Burden got pretty much hit as he got the ball. They're very lucky he did not fumble. But they try to get creative again. But this time, it does not work and they lose 4. So it brings up a 2nd and 14. Williams under center. 9:05 to go in the first quarter. DJ Moore goes in motion. Hand off DeAndre Swift. And he'll gain 2, maybe 3 yards. Right up the middle. But it brings up a 3rd and long. That's going to be 3rd and about 12. Sorry, I just realized I was accidentally kicking the table every time. And you guys hear something like this. If I kick... So, sorry about that. You guys hear that in the mic. Did not even realize that. But Williams to throw here on 3rd and 12. And he throws that pass caught for a first down. DJ Moore gains 12, exactly what they needed. And they move the sticks. Another 3rd down conversion on the opening drive. And the Bears can go quick here. Williams under center from the 14. A look to throw. Williams throws. End zone incomplete. One-handed attempt by Odunze. Couldn't quite catch it. Rome Odunze making his return from injury today. Missed, I believe, 4 or 5 games with a foot injury. Caleb Williams so far today is 4 for 6, 35 yards. We'll hand it off here. DeAndre Swift, right side, and another nice run for Swift. He gains 5. A 14-play, 60-yard drive that's taken pretty much half the quarter off the clock. This is still the opening drive of the game. Bears have it 3rd and 5, 7.5 minutes to go. They've officially taken half the first quarter. So 3rd and 5, Williams in shotgun, Swift to his right. The Bears already converted a few 3rd downs on this drive. Play clock at 3. Williams gets the play off, looks to throw, has time. Backpedaling. Throws one, end zone incomplete. Threw it out of the end zone. And it's 4th down. So it brings on the field goal team here for the Bears. There is definitely some wind, just like there was in Carolina. but despite the win in that game, did not see any missed field goals. And this one you would think should be good, considering it's 27 yards. But here's Cairo Santos from the right hash, and kick for Santos right down the middle. So it is 3-0 as the Bears take the lead. They get their first points in the last 10 games on an opening drive. But they get points. They break that streak of 9 games without an opening drive, or without points on the opening drive. And they have a long drive. But they get points. And we'll see how the Packers respond. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to figure something out in between streams. I was going to make a short on the ending of the other game, but I can't seem to get it to work. And it's still not working, so. Probably so much for that idea. But we wait for them to come back from commercial. So far, results in the poll 50-50. Be sure to vote if you have not already done so. So apparently left tackle Ikem Ekwonu suffered a significant knee injury for the Panthers. That is obviously not good. I mean, even though their season's over, I mean, if it's bad enough, it could cost him part of next year. So hopefully he's okay. And it's not too serious. But the opening drive right there for the Bears was a long drive. Especially just to get 3 points. But they ended up going 16 plays, 59 yards, and they took 7 minutes and 58 seconds off the clock. That is a long drive. So the Packers, they're going to have 1 drive, and then we're going to be in the second quarter. I need to go get tissue real quick before they come back from commercial. I'll be right back in a second. Alright, so they're back. The kick is away. And return from about the 10-yard line. Keyshawn Nixon brings it back to the 26. Multiple flags come in. And we'll have to see where the Packers end up starting. But it looks like this is probably going to go against the Packers. Adrian Hill, the referee, his 3rd postseason game as a ref. But we do have a hold against the Packers on the return, so backs him even further. But I believe Adrian Hill was the guy who got hurt against, or not against, but in the Bills-Texans game on Thursday night a while ago. He made his return from injury. How often you say that about a ref? But he made his return a few weeks ago. But Jordan Love playing in his 4th postseason game, 5 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. And let's see what he can do here. He's 1-2 in his 3 playoff games. His 1 win came against the Cowboys. He's also lost a game to the 49ers and last year to the Eagles. So Love under center, Jacobs the back from the 15-yard line. Bring Jaden Reed in motion, and they hand to him on the jet sweep. Reed gets a block, turns the corner, and Reed with a nice run. He gains 12 and a first down for the Packers. But a good start to the drive. 12, maybe 13 yards in the jet sweep. So Love in shotgun. Jacobs to his right. They actually give him 14 on first down. Love throws over the middle of that pass, knocked away. Looking for Christian Watson. But it got broken up, and it's 2nd and 10. So 2nd and 10 after the incompletion. Love in shotgun back to his right. And Love to throw once again. And he throws outside here. That's caught by Musgrave. And Luke Musgrave gains 9, maybe 10. And pretty close to a Packer first down. Yeah, they're going to give him actually 8 on the play. So it'll be 3rd and short. 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. 3-0 Bears. So Love under center. Jacobs is the back. Play action. Love looks to throw. Plenty of time. And he floats one deep down the field. It is caught by Dobbs inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Romeo Dobbs with a big play on 3rd down. And the Packers move the sticks. Really nice throw from Jordan Love. A nice route from Romeo Dobbs as well. I mean, also great protection up front. So they get the ball on the 29-yard line. Love under center. Jacobs is the back. And they toss Jacobs to the left side. And he tries to bounce outside. And Jacobs, nice run. He gains 10 yards. Or actually 9 yards. And close to a Packer first down. 4:40 to go in the first quarter. Josh Jacobs is one of 2 active players with 120 scrimmage yards in his first 2 postseason games. And so the other is H. Brown. Is that Hollywood Brown? That's pretty surprising if it is. That's the only H. Brown I can think of. Here's Jacobs again to the left side. And this time he's got the first down. Again, it's 5 to the 15. Josh Jacobs, he has 30 touchdowns over the last 2 years combined, which is the most by a Packers player in their first 2 seasons with the team. But he has been a really good player for the Packers. Matthew Golden goes in motion. Still 0 touchdowns in the year for him. He winds up to the right. There's another handoff. Jacobs. He's going to pick up about 5 here. Another pretty solid run. 4.5, 5 yards. And it brings up 2nd and about 6. So 2nd and 5. 3:05 to go in the first quarter. Josh Jacobs, 3 carries, 19 yards. That's on 3 consecutive plays. Here's a throw to the outside for Jaden Reed. Gets a couple blocks on the outside. And he's knocked to the bounds after a gain of 2. Actually, we'll give him a 3rd yard as well. So 3rd and short here for the Packers. 2:20 to go in the first quarter. Love under center from the 7. Emmanuel Wilson is the back. And we'll have off-play action rolling right. Throws to Watson in the flat, who's got the first down and a touchdown. He's in. Packers go right down the field, and they get the game's first touchdown, and they take the lead. Both teams with points on their first drive. Packers go 9 plays, 85 yards. And they take just 5 minutes off the clock. And a 7-yard touchdown pass to Christian Watson. It actually looked like this play was covered pretty well. The Bears had a defender out there in the flat, but Watson was able to outrun him, get space, and be able to turn the corner for not only the first down, but a touchdown as well. But it's a touchdown for the Packers, and the extra point here for Brandon McManus. Although we've got a Bear player down on the field. It's Jaquan Brisker. Hopefully he's okay. Got 2:06 to go in the first quarter. But hopefully he's okay. But he's still down. So Brisker's able to walk off the field. I'm not sure what happened to him, but hopefully he's okay. But Christian Watson with the touchdown for the Packers. He puts them up 6-3. And about to be 7 after the extra point. So here is McManus. And his extra point right down the middle. Actually, it drifts off to the right a little bit because of the wind, but it is good. So 7-3, Packers with the Bears. Both teams with good opening drives. They move the ball pretty effectively. The Bears drives end up stalling, and they're forced to settle for 3. But the Packers able to put it in the end zone. And they're up 7-3. But both teams a good opening drive. Packers go 85 yards. Bears win, I believe, 59? Or is it 69? Something like that. Something 9, I think. Packers went 85. Bears went... If this will ever load, that'd be great. Yeah, Bears went 59. But both teams move the ball. And both teams with points on their first possession. But we'll see what the Bears can do for their second possession. So far, result in the poll, 82% of guys said the Packers will win, 38% have said the Bears. Be sure to vote if you have not already done so. Hold on 1 second. Just checking something real quick. But we still wait for them to come back from commercial. 7-3 Packers lead. Again, be sure to vote in the poll if you guys have not already done so. And also be sure to like the stream if you guys haven't done so. Which I'm going to take a guess and say you haven't, because it's only 3 likes on the stream, so be sure to smash that like button. That'd be much appreciated. But they're back from commercial. McManus kicks off. And it's returned from the 5-yard line. So on the return, here is Devin Duvernay to the 30. And that is where the Bears will take over for their next possession. For Caleb Williams made his 35th straight start tonight. That is the longest streak by a Bears quarterback since Bob Avellin. Not really sure who that is. That's way before my time. From 1975 to 1978. But he made 43 starts. 43 starts in a row, that is. Caleb with 35. I formation and a handoff to Monungai in the first play. And he picks up about 4, getting to the 34. So 2nd and 6, Williams under center. Monungai is the back. Bring a tight end across the formation. And another handoff. Monungai up the middle. And this time he runs into a wall at the line of scrimmage for no gain. But Caleb Williams this year had a great year entering the Bears franchise history. He is now their all-time single-season passing yard leader with 3,942. They have never had a 4,000-yard passer. He also had the most fourth-quarter comebacks in Bears history in this season, and he's tied for 4th in touchdown passes. But here is a 3rd and 5. Williams gets pressured, rolling right, on the run. He throws that pass caught by Moore, but short of a first down. He got about 3, but needed 5, and the Bears can go 3 and out on their second possession. The Packers will get it back. Wait a minute, are they going to go for this? Maybe they're not going to. Oh, you know what? They're just going to keep the offense on the field for the end of the quarter. Because there's a 3-second difference between the game clock and play clock. The game clock's ahead, so the quarter will run out before the play clock expires. They're just going to see if they can get a free play right here. So yeah, they will not snap it. That brings us to the end of the first quarter. Packers lead 7-3. Both teams a pretty good start. Although the Bears can most likely punt it away at the start of the second quarter. Just want to check something real quick. Give me 1 second. But so far, results in the poll, 56% of you guys said the Packers will win, 44% have said the Bears. Again, be sure to vote if you have not already done so. We wait for them to come back from commercial as we enter the second quarter. A pretty solid first quarter for both sides. Some stats from that first quarter. We pull them up. Let's see. Alright, finally they loaded. Packers 85 yards, Bears 67. Bears had the ball for over 10 minutes in the first quarter. Packers are 4:56, or the Packers with the lead. Both teams pretty good on third down. Bears 4 for 6, Packers 2 for 2. But a pretty solid first quarter for both sides. Packers up 7-3 at the end of the quarter. And we'll see what the rest of the game looks like. But we still wait for them to come back from commercial. Actually, they just got back right as I said that. Wait a minute, the Bears actually have the offense out there. Are they going to go for this? It's 4th and 2 from their own 38-yard line. But the offense is out there, and they're going to go for it. Williams in shotgun back to his right. Got 3 receivers to the left side. Yeah, they will snap it. Williams going to look to throw. Throws over the middle, and it's called for a first down. DJ Moore to the 45-yard line. Gets inside Packer territory and a nice 4th down conversion. They get aggressive early, but it works. Little surprised to see them go for it, but I kind of like the call. But a nice throw and catch. Williams to DJ Moore. He's already got 4 catches for 39 yards. And here's DeAndre Swift. That might have been a hold. But he'll gain 3 on the play. And it brings up 2nd and 7. So 2nd and 7 from the 41. They fake the toss to the left, throw the screen to the right for Moore, who slips and ends up sliding down for a yard. Alright, the 5th catch for DJ Moore. Been very involved in the offense. So it brings up 3rd and 6. So Williams under center from the 41. And they're going to hand it off here on 3rd down. Monungai is swung around. They only got a yard. And it brings up 4th and 5. Now, I'd expect the Bears to go for it again. You just went for it on 4th down. Looks like Ben Johnson's already calling a play. But I don't really think you run the ball there knowing you're not going to go for it. So the offense is out there. I like the call here for Ben Johnson. It is 4th and 6. So Williams can look to throw on 4th down. Throws over the middle. That is intercepted. Where was he throwing that one? Looking for Luther Burden, got picked off by Valentine. Maybe he was looking for Burden to run an in route as opposed to a go route, but there was some kind of miscommunication there because he threw it pretty much right to the defender. But Williams gets picked off on 4th down, and the Bears turn it over, and the Packers still up 7-3. They get the ball back for their 2nd possession. But a pretty good start so far for the Packers. They hold the Bears to 3, then they score a touchdown, and then pick off Caleb Williams. And now they got the ball back here with 12:23 to go in the first half. and we'll see what they can do on their next possession. Move the ball very effectively on their first drive. 9.4 yards per play. So let's see what they'll do here on drive number 2. So the turnover there for the Bears really doesn't do a whole ton of bad. I mean, obviously, yeah, you don't move the chains on 4th down, but it's essentially the same thing as a punt because the Packers are backed up pretty deep inside their own territory. I know guys are never going to do this, but it actually would have been better in that situation if they had just let that fall to the ground because they'd be starting at their own 40 as opposed to they'd be starting at their own 40 as opposed to the 13 where they are now. Yo, growing up now, I watched your stream 2 years ago. Wow. Welcome to the stream. So go back to the 4th down here. I'm pretty sure there's some kind of miscommunication. He thinks Burden's running in. He's got to be thinking that. Unless Burden just doesn't think he's getting the ball. So he just stops running. But that doesn't make much sense. But Love under center here from the 13. And he hands off Jacobs to the right side. And Josh Jacobs barrels right forward for about 8 yards. Nice play right there. Caleb Williams really upset over on the sideline. But it's a 2nd and 3 here for the Packers. Love in shotgun back to his left from the 20. He hands off Jacobs up the middle. And Jacobs breaks through initial contact. Still on his feet. Across the 30. Out to the 33. And another really good run for Josh Jacobs, who's running very effectively to start this game. But a first down for the Packers at the 33-yard line. And they continue to move the ball very effectively. Love off play action. Pressure here, swung around, and just tries to shovel pass it to Jacobs. He's in the flap. It ends up incomplete. Doesn't quite make it there. And we got a injured Bear defender down on the field. But the good news is Jaquan Brisker's back out there after he got hurt on the touchdown for the Packers. So glad to see he's okay. But they go to a commercial for the injured player. Hopefully he's okay. Alright. But we wait for them to come back from commercial. Let's see who the injured player was. I didn't really see on any of the replays seemed like somebody would have gotten hurt. It was Edwards, the linebacker for the Bears. So hopefully he's okay. But we got 11:04 to go in the first half. 7-3 Packers lead. And they'll have a 2nd and 10 on their own 33-yard line. Again, be sure to vote in the poll if you guys have not already done so. So far, 56% have said the Packers, 44% have said the Bears will win. But still waiting for them to come back from commercial. Hopefully Edmonds is okay, or Edwards is okay. They have very similar names. TJ Edwards and Tremaine Edmonds. Both linebackers. But this one does not look great. He's got his leg in an air cast, and he's going to get carted off. So hopefully he's okay. So TJ Edwards gets carted off the field. Hopefully he's okay. Alright, so he's actually away from the play. Let's see what happened here. Oh. His foot got like turned outside. He got clipped on the foot of the receiver. That looked painful. But it brings up 2nd and 10. And a play action here. Love rolling right. Throws down the field. That is caught by Matthew Golden inside Bear territory down the sideline to the 35-yard line. And a first down for the Packers. Yeah, how's it going? Well, this is a really nice play for the Packers. Love gets outside the pocket. I thought he might run because he has some space, but he's able to get a nice pickup to Matthew Golden, who hasn't really had a great rookie year, but a nice catch right there. Matthew Golden, one of 2 wide receivers in the first round of the NFL draft since 2018, to not score a touchdown. The other was Kadarius Toney with the Giants in 2021. Yeah, he was not very good. Then he went to the Chiefs, won a Super Bowl, and then he was not good again. Here's Wilson with the carry, up the middle for about 3, if that. Not a whole ton of space. So it brings up 2nd down and about 7. 9:50 to go in the first half. So Love to throw here on 2nd down. Steps up. Love gets pressured and sacked. Took a big hit right there, and it goes down for a loss of a yard. And it brings up 3rd and 8. Booker with the sack, number 94. Man, Wolf took a huge hit right there. So Love and shotgun back to his right. From the 29-yard line, it's 3rd down and 8. And before the play, Packers call timeout with the play clock winding down. We got 8:55 to go in the first half. It is the first timeout either team calls. And for a 3rd and 8 here for the Packers. So it's 3rd and 8 here for the Packers after the timeout. Love in the pistol. Got it back behind him from the 29-yard line. Love looks to throw. Throws to the outside. It's caught by Dobbs for a first down. Romeo Dobbs a gain of 10. And he moves the sticks. That Panthers game was nuts. Yeah, that was insane. I did not expect that game to be anywhere near close to that good. It ends up being a really good game. So Love under center from the 19. Jacobs is the back. They bring Golden across the formation, and they hand it off to Jacobs, who's going to gain a yard. Packers offense playing pretty well so far. Jordan Love 6 for 8, 98 yards and a touchdown. Jacobs 6 carries, 40 yards. And Romeo Dobbs 2 catches for 43 yards. I'm confusing everything right now. So Golden goes in motion across the formation. Brings up 2nd and 9. Again, Love under center. And a handoff to Jacobs again. And not much for the second play in a row. As he stopped at the line of scrimmage. And it brings up 3rd and long. So we got 7:10 to go in the first half. 3rd down and 9 for the Packers. They just converted to 3rd and 8. Let's see if they convert another one. The Packers are perfect on 3rd down as they're 3 for 3. An empty backfield here for Jordan Love. Love looks to throw. Has time. Flush one downfield. Caught. Touchdown, Jayden Reed. And the Packers stay perfect on 3rd down. And they've got their 2nd touchdown in 2 drives. Love with a nice throw to Jayden Reed, who was wide open. And the Packers extend their lead. They went 85 yards on the first drive. They go 87 yards on this drive. Really nice play. And a touchdown for the Packers. And here is McManus for the extra point. And it is good. 14-3. The Packers lead. What a start. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns for the offense. Now, we've seen the Packers blow a lead against the Bears just a few weeks ago. So, obviously, got to make sure they don't do that again. But a great start. So, 14-3 with 6:46 to go in the first half. The Packers, 9 plays, 85 yards. They took 4:56 off the clock on the first drive. This time they go 10 plays, 87 yards. They take 5:37 off the clock. So, I mean, in their first 2 drives for the Packers, that is 172 yards, 9.1 yards per play. I mean, what a start for the offense. As they lead 14-3. But the first time the Packers played the Bears, they're up 10, up 16-6 with 5 minutes left. And they're up 16-9 with 2 minutes left. And they ended up losing. But that was late in the fourth quarter. But a great start. This is the game we needed. Yeah, that's a great start. I mean, the Packers weren't playing that well coming into the playoffs, but a really good start. I really don't think you could have a better start if you're the Packers. So the Packers kick it off right here. And the Bears get it back. And we'll see how they respond. But they really need to do something offensively here. Just 3 points and down 14-3. After 2 drives for each side. Duvernay's kick return is brought back to the 27. And that's where Caleb Williams and the Bears offense will take over for drive number 3. Packers defense this season, they were 6th best in the NFL in weeks 1 to 14. But after the Michael Parsons injury, they were 25th, allowing 28.3 points per game. And they've also had just 3 sacks in the last 4 games. And 2 takeaways. The defense playing pretty well so far. Williams to throw here, gets pressured, rolling right, on the run. Caleb's just going to keep himself and gain 2 as he gets out of bounds. Packers defense so far playing very well. About 3 points, season average 21.2. Although, still a lot of time for that to change. But Williams under center, Burden goes in motion. And a handoff, DeAndre Swift up the middle for about 4. DeAndre Swift so far 7 carries for 25 yards. So 3rd down and 4 here for the Bears. Williams in shotgun, Swift to his left. Odunze goes across the formation. Williams going to look to throw. He's got time. And he throws underneath. That's caught by Cole Kmet. He lost the ball. The ball comes out. Odunze is right there to get it back. But the Bears will keep possession. And they are very lucky. They still have the football. Kmet fumbles, but they are very lucky. Odunze right there. He gets it back. The Packers are challenging right here. They think this is incomplete. So it is incomplete. The Packers challenge. But now I'm not sure if that's technically a challenge one or if that's just a replay assist type play. Yeah, that is incomplete. So it's 4th and 4 now for the Bears. And they might go for this again. Ben Johnson looks like he's calling a play over on the sideline. They went for it from similar field position. Earlier. Let's see what they do right here. So it's 4th and 4. The offense is out there, 5:19 to go in the second quarter. They just converted a 4th and 2 from their own 38. This is a 4th and 4 from their own 32. So this is very risky if they don't get this. But Williams in shotgun back to his left. Will they snap it? Moore goes in motion. They will snap it. Packers bring a blitz. It's tipped and incomplete. The Packers knock it down at the line of scrimmage. And the Bears turn it over on downs. And the Packers defense gets a stop. And they get the ball. Great starting field position at the Bears' 32-yard line. But it was a little bit of a wide snap. And it got Luther Burden underneath. But it got knocked down at the line of scrimmage. So the Packers defense, they forced the turnover on downs. And they're in a great spot to add to this lead. Pretty much starting in field goal range already. Yeah, that's a first down. If that pass is not knocked down at the line of scrimmage, that's a first down for sure. Assuming Luther Burden doesn't drop the ball. But a first down, a handoff to Jacobs to the right side. And he got the block, breaks the tackle, and Jacobs gains 7. A nice first down run. He's run the ball so effectively today. And we've got another injured player for the Bears. So hopefully he's okay. We have 5 minutes to go in the first half. But hopefully he's okay. But we wait for them to come back from commercial. Obviously, hopefully the injured player is okay. Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. We got 5 minutes to go in the first half. Packers lead 14-3. Jordan Love, 116 yards and 2 touchdowns. Got it 2nd and 3 in the Bears' 25. Who do I want? I don't really care who wins this game. I picked the Bears, which doesn't look great so far, but as far as who I want to win, I don't really care. How about you? Who you want? Got the Bears. Okay. But they're back from commercial here. The Packers with the football. For the Packers, it's their first postseason game with two 85-yard touchdown drives since Super Bowl. I don't know what 30 something. Didn't have time to read all those Roman numerals. But a gain of two, maybe three here for Jacobs. A little bit short of a first down, and it brings up third and short. So it is a 3rd and 1 here for the Packers. 4:22 to go in the first half. Love under center. Jacobs is the back. And they'll run it straight ahead. Jacobs, no gain. Stopped the line of scrimmage. And the Bears defense forces a 4th down. You like the stream? Thank you. Appreciate that. Glad you enjoyed it. The Packers going to keep the offense out there and go for it. 4th and 1. They run the ball quite a bit on 4th down. Or 4th and 1. But they just ran it on 3rd down. What if they go back to it right here? Love under center. Jacobs is the back. They run Christian Watson in motion. And play action. They throw to Watson in the flat. It's the same play they scored the touchdown before. And Watson dives in for the touchdown. Ball came out. Wait a minute. Ball came out. Did he break the plane first? I think the Packers were able to recover this in the end zone. So it's a touchdown for the Packers. So it's a 23-yard touchdown. I'm not sure if it's going to go to Watson or if it's going to go to whoever recovered it. But they're very lucky that ball did not bounce out of bounds. Alright, let's see. The player fumbled. Okay, so it's going to be. He fumbled before. Yeah, he definitely fumbled before he breaks the plane. Now, because you can advance a fumble in the end zone, which is the dumbest rule in the NFL, it's going to come back to where he fumbled it. So it'll be at the 1-yard line for the Packers. And it's still going to be a first down. But a lot happened right there. The Packers still have it, first down. Just instead of touchdown, they've got it at the 1. Love throws incomplete, trying to quickly get it to Dobbs. But it brings up 2nd and goal. So 2nd and goal here, 3 minutes to go in the first half. Love in shotgun, back to his left. Now Jacobs switches to his right. Got 3 receivers to the left side. They're going to hand it off. Jacobs is short. Did not get there. Looked like Love didn't want to commit to giving him the ball. But eventually does give it to him. And the Bears force a 3rd down right here. Bears going to make a comeback. Very possible. I mean, they came back against the Packers earlier in the year. They could do it again. But you got to get a stop right here. You don't want to go down 21-3. Plus the Packers get the ball to start the second half. So it's 3rd and goal. And the Packers going to call a timeout right here. So they call timeout. They're second in the first half with 2:20 to go in the second quarter, leading 14-3. They need something not looking good. Yeah, the Bears, they need something to go their way. Because outside of that first drive, it has been pretty much nothing. The defense has not been able to get a stop. The offense has moved the ball a little bit, but still not much. But maybe if they can get a stop right here, hold them to 3 at the very least, then that can just be something to go their way. You're a Chargers fan. Nice. I'm a Giants fan. So Love under center. Jacobs is the back. And they're going to hand it to Jacobs. And again, he gets stuffed at the line of scrimmage. No gain. And it brings up 4th and goal. So the Bears, the defense gets a goal line stand right here. And brings us to the 2-minute warning. But it's now decision time for Matt LaFleur. And how aggressive he wants to get right here. So it's 4th and goal from the 1. I kind of like going for this here if you're the Packers. Because it's 4th and goal from the 1. You either score the touchdown, and if you don't get it, you're making them start at their own 1-yard line. And the offense did not really move the ball much besides that first drive. So I kind of like going for it. If I'm the Packers. I've already seen them go for it on 4th down once on the drive. But maybe they'll do it again. I mean, I kind of like going for it in this situation. Because if you score, that's obviously great. You score a touchdown. That's the objective. But if you don't, I mean, I kind of like it. Plus, you got the ball to start the second half. So it's not like you can give the ball to the Bears here. Oh, I mean, the Bears, they're going to end up with the ball either way. Because it'll be either a kickoff after a touchdown or a field goal. Or they'll get the ball at the 1 because of a turnover on downs. So it's 4th and goal from the 1. 2 minutes left in the first half, and the offense is on the field for the Packers. I like the decision from Matt LaFleur. So 4th and goal, Love in shotgun back to his right. The motion read out wide. As long as they don't hand it off straight ahead here, I'm fine with the call. Alright, they will throw. Love looks to throw. That is called for a touchdown. Dobbs on the outside. It is Jordan Love's 3rd touchdown pass of the first half. And the Packers, the gamble pays off. And they extend their lead. So they get aggressive. It works out. They capitalize off the Bears failing to convert on 4th down. As they go 8 plays, 32 yards. And they've scored touchdowns on 3 straight drives. And a nice play right there. Some kind of miscommunication over there for the Bears. And it is now 21-3. As the extra point is good. What a first half so far for the Packers. I mean, I really don't think this could have been a better start. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns for the Packers. The Bears have just 3 points. And the Bears now get the ball back with a minute 56 to go in the first half. A lot of the Bears fans do not look happy. And I also probably would not be very happy if my team was down 21-3. Who do you think is winning the Chargers game? I took the Patriots. I know you probably don't like to hear that, but I did pick the Patriots. It could go either way, but I think the Chargers' offensive line is just too bad. So McManus to kickoff, and kick is away, and kick is touchback. So it'll come out to the 35. We got a minute 56 to go in the first half. The Bears on the first drive, they went 15 plays, 59 yards, and got a field goal. But since then, they've gone 12 plays, 36 yards, and have just one first down, with a turnover on downs and interception. So first down from the 35, Burden goes across the formation. Williams in shotgun back to his left. Caleb going to look to throw. Throw over the middle, that's caught by Lovell. Nice throw and catch to the 43-yard line, and a first down inside Packer territory. That's a good start to the drive. Bears also have all 3 timeouts. So Williams to throw once again, minute 20 to go. And this one almost intercepted. He got hit as he threw it, so he couldn't get all of it on it, and that almost was the second pick of the first half. It brings up 2nd and 10. Rashawn Gary got pressure and might have hit his arm as he was throwing. Chicago's playing the worst game. They have not been good. So Kmet goes in motion. Williams throws over the middle. It's knocked down and incomplete. Quay Walker with a nice defensive play. Colston leveling the intended receiver. So it brings up 3rd and 10 with a minute 15 to go. The Bears, they're 4 for 8 on 3rd down. This is a 3rd and 10. Williams to throw. Has time. Rolls to his right. On the run, he's going to try to get a block, and he'll slide inbounds. The clock will continue to run. Minute left. He got about 6 yards. So 4th and 4. Bears have gone for it a few times already. We're definitely going for this one. Interesting decision to not go out of bounds right there from Caleb. Stop the clock. Now you're into 35 seconds. Right, technically 37. As Packers call a timeout. That's their 3rd and final timeout. So in the NFC next week, we've got the Seahawks hosting the lowest seed. And then the other 2 will play. But if the Packers win this game and it keeps going the way it is, they'll be headed to Seattle, and the Rams will either be in Philly or home against the 49ers. So 4th and 4. Williams in shotgun, going to look to throw. He's got time. Throws over the middle. It's incomplete. Too far ahead of Colston Loveland. And another 4th down conversion. Another turnover on downs as they fail to convert on 4th down for the Bears. The Packers now have 32 seconds left. No timeouts, but they got some time. Not too far away from field goal range. So they could potentially try to put a drive together. Great stream, thank you. I'm glad you like it. So the Packers, 32 seconds left. They've got the ball on their own 37. So if you can get like 20 yards, I think you might want to maybe 25 yards. Which, I mean, that's definitely doable. Now, I mean, it is going to be hard to kick in these conditions with the wind. We've seen that have a little bit of an effect. I mean, it hasn't forced a miss, but it is still it's still affected a little bit. But we still wait for them to come back from commercial. Packers get it back. 32 seconds left in the first half. Out of timeouts. Now, I mean, for the Packers, you also don't really have to do something right here. Because you've got... I bet Tom Grossi's jumping at his earlobes right now. Yeah, he's probably pretty happy. But let's see how aggressive the Packers get right here. Their own 37, 32 seconds left. Love throws a backwards pass. It's caught by Chris Brooks. He's got a lot of space after the catch. And Brooks inside Barry's territory at about the 47-yard line. About 16 yards there on the catch and run. And he stops the clock with 25 seconds left. Ends up being a very productive play for the Packers. So now you definitely have time to get into field goal range. You got the 47-yard line, so not quite there yet, but got plenty of time. Love steps up, goes deep down the field towards the end zone. It's incomplete. Looking for Christian Watson, threw it a little bit too far, and brings up 2nd and 10. Watson's already got 1 touchdown. It's close to a second. That one ended up incomplete. So 2nd and 10. Love and shotgun back to his right. 19 seconds to go in the half. Love steps up, rolling right, and he pump fakes here, and he gets about 10, and he's out of bounds with 11 seconds to go. I don't know why the Bears are still playing man. They've gotten cooked against these big targets. I'm not exactly sure. Bears are going to win. I mean, it doesn't look too likely. I mean, I guess anything's possible, but not looking the greatest right now. So 1st and 10 here from the 37-yard line. Love and shotgun, 11 seconds to go. Love just throws this away in the area of Jayden Reed. Takes a few seconds off the clock. Brings up 2nd and 10. So Love and shotgun back to his right. Bears guarding the sidelines right here. And Love will just do the exact same thing. We'll throw it away. So now 2 seconds left. And it'll be a field goal try here for the Packers. Try to go up 24-3 before the half. The Bears have a timeout if they want to use one. There is some wind he's got to deal with, and it's also a 55-yard field goal. So not an easy kick right here. McManus in his postseason career, he's 11 for 12, a career long of 52. So here's a 55-yarder from the right hash. And the kick is... it's good, but the Bears call a timeout first. So the Bears call a timeout. McManus able to get a practice kick in. But he makes it, which is the good news. But now he's got to try to do that again. Why'd he go over the sideline? But 21-3, Packers trying to make it 24-3. So it's a 55-yard field goal for McManus to try to put him up 24-3 before halftime. And they get the ball to start the second half. The kick for McManus is up. It's on the way, and his kick is no good. He missed it. Sorry, that took forever. The stream delayed as the ball was in the air, so it was in the air for like 5 seconds. But the first one he made that didn't count, the second one he misses, the one that actually counts. And it is now It is now 21-3 at the half. Great first half for the Packers. Icing was cold with Alaska. Yeah, really, it works. Usually you see people try to get the time at him before he's got the opportunity to kick a practice kick. And this time it didn't even matter. He made the practice kick and made it. Or he kicked the practice kick and made it. And then he misses the one that actually matters. If my Bears lose this game, we fire our coach by Monday. No, there's no reason to fire Ben Johnson. It's his first year. You guys exceeded expectations by a lot. Got the 2 seed. There's no way they should fire Ben Johnson. Alright, but I'm going to go take a quick break, fill my water, use the bathroom, and I'll be back in a couple minutes. Alright, I'm back. So we got a 21-3 Packers lead at the half. A dominant first half for the Packers. Three seconds under 4.5 minutes. Yeah, I was just thinking, I just saw your comment. I was thinking that's going to be pretty close, because I think it's usually about 4 to 5 minutes, so. That's pretty impressive. 3 seconds under 4.5. But yeah, I know it's usually somewhere around 4 to 5 minutes. But 21-3 at the half. A great first half for the Packers. And as far as an updated score prediction goes, I originally said the Bears win 26-21, but I gotta go with the Packers. I mean, they dominated so far. Even if they aren't quite as dominant in the second half, they're still gonna win this game. Or at least you would think so. So, I'll take the Packers, and we'll go. Let's see. We'll take the Packers. We'll give them another touchdown. We'll give them a field goal. Man, 38 seems like a lot. Let's say 34. We'll go Packers 34 to. We'll go 34-14. No, sorry, 34-17. Because they've already got a field goal. Maybe 38-17. Yeah, we'll do that. 38-17 is the updated score prediction. Time to stay calm, read individual player stats, then team stats, and how many minutes left at halftime. Sure. I don't know how many minutes are left at halftime. They don't have a countdown here. Alright, but some stats from the first half. Jordan Love, 9 of 15, 139 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, and he got sacked once. But he played a really good first half. 3 first half touchdowns is quite impressive. He'd only had 5 playoff touchdowns coming into the game. He threw 3 touchdowns and win against the Cowboys a few years ago. And he threw. I don't know if he threw any last year, because I think they only scored 10 points. Oh yeah, last year he threw 3 interceptions instead. But then on the ground for the Packers, Josh Jacobs, 12 carries, 49 yards. Chris Brooks, 1 carry, 16 yards. Jaden Reed, 1 for 14. Love, 1 for 11. And Emmanuel Wilson, 1 for 3. Then receiving for the Packers, Romeo Doubs, 3 catches for 44 yards and a touchdown. Matthew Golden, 1 for 36. Christian Watson, 2 for 29 and a touchdown. Jaden Reed, 2 for 21 and a touchdown. And Luke Musgrave, 1 catch for 9. Then for the Bears, not a great first half for Caleb Williams. 8 for 17, 78 yards and a touchdown. No interceptions. Oh, sorry, messed that up. 8 for 17, 78 yards, no touchdowns, 1 interception. Then on the ground, it was not the greatest. DeAndre Swift, 7 carries for 24 yards. Monungai, 4 for 15. Williams, 2 for 8. Komet had 1 carry for a yard. And Luther Burden had 1 carry for -4. Then receiving, DJ Moore, 5 catches for 39 yards. Loveland had 1 catch for 22 yards. Burden, 2 for 17. And Odunze and Komet both 1 target, but 0 catches. Then team stats from the first half. Packers 12 first downs, Bears with 6. Packers also went 4 for 6 on third down. Bears went 4 for 9 on third down. Packers perfect 2 for 2 on fourth down. Bears went 1 for 4. Both teams run 32 total plays. Packers 231 total yards. Bears at 122. Packers 7.2 yards per play. Bears at 3.8. Packers the team with more passing yards and rushing yards. And they have 3 touchdowns and 3 red zone trips. The Bears, no touchdowns and 1 red zone trip. And you've also seen 1 turnover in the game. That was a interception thrown by Caleb Williams. And also 1 penalty in the game. Was a 10-yard penalty against the Packers. And finally, time possession, 15:36 for the Bears, 14:24 for the Packers. That Blasters versus Dominators game 5 years ago was pretty good. Yeah, I remember I made that one video one time. That was like a long time ago. Definitely come a long way on YouTube. But I'm glad you enjoyed that one. But the second half should start pretty much now. And the Packers get the ball, looking to potentially extend their lead. Back when you were 4'4". I don't think I was that short, but I was pretty short back then. Alright. So we start the second half here. Packers lead 21-3 and get the football to start the second half. And this is a kickoff that's going to bounce short of the end zone, but in the landing zone and go through the end zone. So the ball come out to the 20-yard line. No, I'm not doing close up on the water. The Bears, they have never won a postseason game after trailing by 8+ points. In 37 playoff games in franchise history, they've never won when down by at least 8. So 1st and 10 here. Love under center. And off play action. Love gets pressure, doesn't see it. Now he feels it, rolls to his left. And Love backpedaling, just throws it away. I think the Bears might have wanted a penalty right there. There was somebody in the secondary motioning for a flag. But he was definitely outside the pocket before he threw that away. So it brings up 2nd and 10. So Love in shotgun. Hands off to Josh Jacobs. Hit in the backfield and drop for a loss. That's 2 positive plays to start the drive for the Bears defense. And now brings up 3rd and long for the Packers. Maybe a stop here for the Bears defense can give them something to build off of. The Packers, they've been great on 4th down. 4 for 6. Oh, 3rd down. This is a 3rd and long. It's 3rd down and 12. They'll just get the play off. Bears rush 4. Love pump fakes. Now throws underneath. That's incomplete off the hand of Josh Jacobs. Threw it a little bit behind him. And the Packers go 3 and out on their first drive of the half. So it brings up 4th and 12. And the Bears get a 3 and out the first time the Packers will punt in this game. The Bears come after the punt. Don't really get much pressure on it. And it's Blake Queenly. So Devin Duvernay makes the guy miss at the 33. And Duvernay brings it back to the 37. A lot of running right there just to gain 4 yards. But the Bears defense, they get a stop. Maybe the offense can build off that. Now 21-3. But the Bears in the first half, they have not been good against the Packers. Just 3 points in Week 14. In Week 16, they had 0 points at the half. And tonight they've got 3 points at the half. So, I mean, it's not really an unfamiliar position. So maybe they can still come back and win this game. Although the problem for the Bears here is they're down by 18 points. As opposed to the other 2 games were always close. So here's a handoff. Monungai to the left side. And Monungai picks up 3. Getting it to the 40-yard line. But let's see. I want to check the scores of the games at the half the other times. So we know the Bears had 3 and 0. But I'm pretty sure the Packers were probably 7-3 and 3-0 in those games. If I remember correctly. But here is a 2nd down and 8. From the 40. Williams in shotgun back to his left. Gonna look to throw. Williams has time. Throws over the middle. Nice throw to Colston Loveland at the 42. Ball came out at the end. But it gets recovered by the Bears. Might have even been down before it came out. And now this one could also get ruled incomplete. Oh, that's close. See, now they're going to say incomplete. Did they have a tackle running a route right there? Or was he just sprinting downfield? I'm not sure, but it's now 3rd down and 8 for the Bears. As they switch that play to incomplete. So Williams in shotgun back to his left. Packers rush 5. Williams steps up. Takes a shot down the sideline. It's caught by Loveland at the 33-yard line. A big throw and catch and a 1st down. And they convert on 3rd down. That's a good play right there. Alright, let's see. The first game, the Packers were up 14-3 at the half. And the second game, they're up. They're up 6-0 at the half. So trailing against the Packers at the half, not something the Bears are not used to. Williams rolls to his left here. Throws to Loveland, who's got another 1st down and gets a block. Actually doesn't get a block. Komet just runs right by a guy he could block. But Loveland chopped down to the 14-yard line. And a 1st down for the Bears. Loveland was wide open there. Easy throw and catch. So ball on the 12-yard line. Williams under center. They go I formation. Monungai is the back. And here's a handoff. Monungai to the right side. And he does not have much space. Gets a yard, maybe 2. And he gets to the 10-yard line. The Bears third in the NFL, 44.5 rushing yards per game, but tonight they've run for just 49. Williams, hands off. DJ Moore taken down for a loss. He lost 5 on the play. He had no chance. Quay Walker met him in the backfield pretty much as he got the ball. And it brings up 3rd and long. This is crazy. Bears are trash. Yeah, they have not looked good. I definitely thought they were a lot better than this. I mean, I picked them to win the game. Yeah, they have not looked good. So 3rd and 13, empty backfield, Caleb to throw. Rolls right, throws to the flat, and it's incomplete. Ooh, uh-oh, Caleb Williams is hurt. He like hops his way off the field. And hopefully he's okay. I'm not even sure what happens here. Oh, he rolls his ankle. But the field goal is good, make it 21-6. As the Bears get some points. Bob's hopefully Caleb Williams is okay. He hurt his right ankle. Look at the stats like they're not even trying. I mean, I feel like the stats aren't that one-sided. Like, I mean, they're not really great, but it's not like they're going to outgain 500 to 10. Like, they're being outgained 230 to 170. Like, I mean, that's not great, but you can see teams win games getting outgained all the time. Yeah, they just have not played that well. Hold on 1 second. But we wait for them to come back from commercial. The Bears get some points, which is definitely progress, but still not looking great. As they find themselves down 21-6. But this is a Bears team. They've been very good in close games. So if they can make the game close, I guess you never know what could happen. Never root for the Bears again as long as you live. Wow. But yeah, they definitely don't look great. That's for sure. But the kickoff is away. The Packers get it back from the 9. Here's the return. And Keyshawn Nixon's got some space, and he stripped up across the 35 to the 36-yard line. So a great return. Now we got players flying over the place after the play. Here's a handoff up the middle. Jacobs gets it for about a yard. But Caleb Williams over on the bench, not very happy. But he seems to be okay despite the ankle injury. But Caleb Williams tonight completed just 48% of his passes, which is pretty bad. On the regular season, he was the lowest in the NFL, 58%. But I mean, that is the one thing. He can make all the plays, but just the accuracy is not always there. And that definitely shows it. Here's an accurate throw. Jordan Love to the outside, a gain of about 7, as he finds Christian Watson. So it brings up 3rd down. 3rd and 2 here. So Love in shotgun back to his left. Watson goes across the formation from the 44. Play clock at 2. And they'll get the play off. Love looks to throw. Has time. Steps up. Love just threw it away. Nobody open, so Love forced to throw it away. And it brings up 4th down. So the Packers will send on the punt team. So that's back-to-back. A back-to-back 3 and outs for the Packers to start the second half. Definitely not ideal. So again, they punt it away. And it's a shorter kick. Bounces, but takes the Packer bounce inside the 20 to the 18. So the Bears get it back here. We'll see if Caleb Williams comes back on the field. Obviously hurt his ankle after he threw that last play. Or that last pass. But if the Bears keep this up, getting 3 and outs and kicking field goals, they'll only need about 5 more to tie the Packers. Although, at some point you would think they would want to score some touchdowns. But we still wait for them to come back from commercial. The Bears will get it back. Down 21-6. So what's that? A 15-point game? Yeah, 15 points. But we'll see what they can do for their next possession. I'm interested to see if Caleb Williams comes back into the game at quarterback. But the Bears this season, they've put a lot of close games. They have 6 wins when trailing the final 2 minutes, which is a single-season record in the NFL. And Caleb Williams' 6 fourth-quarter comeback wins, which is tied for the most by a quarterback in his first or second season since Peyton Manning did it in 1999. But Caleb is back in the game here. And he throws over the middle. Really nice throw. Wide open receiver is Luther Burden to the 43-yard line. And a first down for the Bears. So he looks to be okay. So 1st and 10 from the 43. Williams under center. DeAndre Swift is the back. And Swift gets it up the middle for maybe a yard. Not a whole ton of space. So 2nd down and 8. Williams under center. Swift is the back from the 45-yard line. Odunze goes across the formation. And here's another handoff. DeAndre Swift trying to bounce outside. And Swift is forced to bounce after getting about 7. Actually, we'll give him 6. But it brings up a 3rd and pretty short here. The Bears offense started 4 for 4 on 3rd down. Since then, they're 1 for 7. This is definitely 4 down territory. And a handoff here. Manungai up the middle. He's got a first down. So a gain of 3 now. White flag comes in as well. And we got an injured Packer defender down the field. We got unnecessary roughness here against the Packers. Jumping on the pile. So that'll give the Bears 15 yards. But they go to commercial here for the injury timeout. Hopefully the injured player is okay for the Packers. There's a linebacker, Cooper, who's the injured player. So hopefully he's okay. But we still wait for them to come back from commercial. (21-6). Packers lead. Give me 1 second, check something real quick. Give me 1 second. We've got a 1st and 10 here from the 30s. Now they're back from commercial. Williams, off play action, going to look to throw. Williams gets pressured, rolling right, and he throws the flat call, but D'Andre Swift got space after the catch. Inside the 20, he's knocked it out of bounds at the 15-yard line. So 15-yard catch and run, and a 1st down there for the Bears. This sounds pretty crazy, but the Bears are still very much in this game. It's a 15-point game. We're still not even in the 4th quarter. We're talking about a 2-score game right here. Like, this is not over. Especially now that the Bears defense has started to play a little bit better and get some stops. So I get the ball at the 15. Williams in shotgun back to his right. Williams on the option. Going to try to get to the outside. And he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. Maybe got a yard. So it brings up 2nd and 9. 5:08 to go in the the 3rd quarter. So there's still plenty of time. The Bears are already over 100 yards here in the 2nd half, averaging 7.8 yards per play. Packers have 10 yards in the 2nd half. So 2nd and 9. And Williams in shotgun back to his right from the 14. Look to throw. Underneath, caught by Loveland for a gain about 5 down to the 9-yard line. So it brings up 3rd and 4 with 4.5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. The Bears' 2 red zone trips, both have been field goals. So no touchdowns in this game for the Bears. Williams in shotgun back to his right. Burden goes across the formation. And they're going to hand it off here right side for Swift on 3rd down. And he's a yard short. So that's an interesting call right there on 3rd down. Based on that, you might go for it. And it looks like they will go for it. So they will go for it. The Bears are 1 for 4 on 4th down today. This will be their 5th attempt. And I definitely think this is the right decision to go for it. So Williams under center. Monungai is the back. They go I formation. Play action. Williams pressure. Backpedaling. Just throws it. And it's intercepted. It gets picked off. Cole Kmet ends up taking him down at the 9-yard line. But he just had to get rid of it. There was nobody to throw the ball to. Kmet was the closest guy to it. But it got picked off for the 2nd time. It is the 2nd 4th down interception. Oh, DJ Moore fell. He might have been the intended receiver for that play, but he was on the ground. And it stays 21-6. So right when it looks like the Bears are doing something, they could cut it to a 1-score game and completely change the way we're looking at this game. They turn it over on downs, or they don't even turn it over on downs. They throw a pick on 4th down, although it's pretty much the same result. In the same spot in the field. And so much for the Bears potentially coming back. Hold on 1 second. Just checking something real quick. And right after you said the Bears are still very much in this. Never mind. Yeah, exactly. Then the Bears have a chance if they can make it a one-score game, and instead they throw a pick. But I mean, they're still kind of in this game. If the defense gets another stop here, it's only a two-score game. Like, I know it seems like it's a lot more because the Packers have dominated, and the Bears are just 6 points, but it's only a 15-point game, and there's still plenty of time remaining. So the Packers get it back here at their own 9-yard line. Love under center, back behind him. Bring Watson across the formation. Love pressured here from his end zone. He throws to a lineman. Well, an eligible lineman just ran somebody over. He's still on his feet. He lost the ball. It gets kicked 10 yards downfield, and it's still free, and it goes out of bounds, and it stays Packer football. Wow. Hey, what happened right there? How often do you see a check down to an offensive lineman who then fumbles it? Wow. That is a hilarious play. They check it down to a lineman who then runs somebody over. Then he fumbles and he kicks it like 10 yards downfield, and the Bears can't dive on it. That is a major missed opportunity right there for the Bears, because if they can get this back, they get it at the 30-yard line, and it's still a two-score game. But now, Packers have it first down. Alright, it goes back to the spot you fumbled it from. I hate that rule so much. Well, here's a handoff. Jacobs to the right side for gain 5 and a first down. If they score a touchdown and 2 points, then yeah, but the score says they're toast. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, they were definitely trying to get it to DJ Moore on that fourth down play. They show the replay again. But he ended up on the ground. But a first down here from the 21-yard line. Love in shotgun back to his left. Love takes a shot downfield. His receiver is now on the ground. And it's 2nd and 10. Minute 33 to go in the third quarter. So 2nd and 10. Love in shotgun. Back to his left. Love off play action pressured. Steps up, and he spikes this into the ground in between two receivers. I think they're talking this over for grounding, and they're going to drop the flag here. Love's going to get called for intentional grounding. But he just kind of threw this short of two receivers, so we can't really say he was throwing it to one of them. Yeah, he's 10 yards short, the closest receiver. That's grounding. He also got a big hit right there. But a minute 29 to go in the third quarter. It's 3rd and 20. An empty backfield for Jordan Love. A look to throw. Love sets up the screen for Chris Brooks, and Brooks is thrown down at the 22-yard line. So it brings up 4th down, and it's another 3 and out here for the Packers offense. So, I mean, the Bears defense really starting to play well. That is 3 straight 3 and outs in the second half. The Packers are still have 0 first downs in the second half in 3 drives. The Bears get it back on them. They're still in this game. We've seen them come back multiple scores in the 4th quarter alone. We still got 50 seconds left in the 3rd quarter here. So it's 4th down and 9. Packers to punt. So Whelan sends it away. Duvernay fields it at the 29. And on the return, Duvernay down the sideline. Devin Duvernay down the sideline gets blockers in front. And he's out of bounds at the 35-yard line. What a return. Maybe that can really set the Bears up for their first touchdown right here. But Devin Duvernay with a huge return. But I mean, he returned it pretty much to where the first down marker was for the Packers. So the Bears still down 15, but could be a lot worse. It's so crazy that the Bears have played like the worst possible game they could have played in the first half. And they've only got 6 points, and they're still in this game. Play action. Williams looks to throw. Rolling right, on the run. He throws at the feet of Smythe and is incomplete. Oh no, they're going to roll that a catch. I thought that bounced to him. For Caleb Williams, it snaps a 31-game streak without multiple interceptions, as he has 2 today. Williams to throw. Looks like he wanted to go deep. Now he takes a shot down the field. It's overthrown. And incomplete. Trying to get it to Luther Burden. But it brings us to the 4th quarter here. 21-6. Packers lead. But I mean, this game is a very interesting 15-point game. But the Bears, we've seen them come back quite a few times. They have 6 comeback wins. One of them obviously against the Packers, where they were down 10 late in the game, recovered an onside kick. But let's see. They lost week 1. They got destroyed week 2. Week 3 they dominated. And let's see. I want to see a list of their comeback wins. They have 6 comeback wins. Their most recent one was against the Packers. Alright, here we go. Week 4, they were down against the Raiders 24-19 at the 2-minute warning, and they won 25-24. Week 6, they were trailing against the Commanders late in the game-winning field goal. The Bengals was one of the most craziest ones. They were up 41-27 at the 2-minute warning. They end up falling behind 42-41 and then won 47-42. They were down against the Giants. They were down against the Vikings. They were down against the Packers. But I'm not sure how far or what the most they've been down is that they've come back from. But here is a 3rd and 4 for the Bears. Williams hands off up the middle. First down, Bears. Monangai gains 5, needed 4. And they move the sticks. So a first down for the Bears from the 24. I formation. Williams off play action, looks to throw. Has time, throws outside. It is incomplete, trying to get it to Smythe. But it got knocked away, and it's 2nd and 10. Yeah, this ends up hitting the defender on the back. So 2nd and 10. Williams in shotgun back to his left. A look to throw here. Pressure. Steps up. Throws. End zone. It is incomplete. Too high for Odunze. And it brings up 3rd and 10. I think if he throws that a little bit more to the outside as opposed to more up the field, that might be a touchdown. So 3rd and 10. Caleb to throw again. He's got time here. Now time runs out. He lost the ball. And it gets recovered by a lineman. I'm pretty sure Caleb Williams was a little bit frustrated about that the lineman recovered it. Because he was about to go pick that up. And go throw that. But it is now 4th down. So it's now 4th and 19. It'll be another field goal try for the Bears. 51 yards. And Santos is good. So it is now 21-9. I mean, at some point, you're going to start needing touchdowns instead of field goals, but only 4 more, I guess. You know, imagine the Bears actually come back and win, and all they do is kick field goals. That would be, like, one of the craziest comebacks ever. You're down 21-3 at the half, and you come back and only kick field goals. Like, that would be, like, impressive stuff. But they've kicked 3 right now. Cairo Santos 3 for 3 on field goals. You did 8, not 3. Yeah, I mean, at some point, you're going to start needing field goals instead of touchdowns. Like I said, toast. Yeah, it doesn't look great. Because, I mean, even though they are moving the ball, or the Packers aren't moving the ball and the defense is getting stops, it's still not looking great. But we still wait for them to come back from commercial. Packers get it back, still 0 first downs in the second half. And I mean, that could definitely be a problem if that continues. A Pack can take down first downs and running the ball. That's what I'd be thinking if I was on their sideline. Yeah, I mean, that's what you would think, but they just haven't done anything here in the second half. But the kickoff here bounces short of the landing zone, so the Packers will get it at the 40. So good starting field position, and maybe that could be something for their offense. So Love and the Packers offense back on the field. Need to get something going. Alright, so they have picked up a first down in the second half. I forgot about that one. That was on their last drive, but still, 3 punts and 3 drives on the second half and just 1 first down. But they started their own 40. And they'll run the football here. Jacobs to the right side, taking down at the line of scrimmage. And a flag comes in as well. So they try to run right there, but nothing happens. Instead, they might end backwards. So it's an illegal formation against the Packers, but the Bears decline the penalty. Matthew Golden lines up wrong. You had to be pounding the ball with the clock wind all the way down. Yeah, it makes sense. That's what they're doing right here. Play clock down to 5. Love going to throw it here. And he throws over the middle of the... Oh, wow, that almost got picked. It got knocked away. He's trying to hit Watson on the slant. And it's now 3rd and 10 with 12:57 to go. And the clock now stops. Jalen Johnson in coverage right there against Christian Watson. Got hands on it. Both of them did, actually. But the Bears defense does a great job forcing turnovers. They forced the most of any team in the NFL. Have not forced one today. But if they get one at some point, that'd be huge. So 3rd and 10. Love looks to throw. Love gets pressured. Love. Oh man, there was an opportunity for a turnover. He just threw it. It hit the lineman in the head. And it bounced incomplete. But it's another 3 and out for the Packers in this second half. Montez Sweat got pressure on him. And then he ended up hitting his right guard in the helmet. But the Bears will get it back. And they're going to throw another intentional grounding flag here. So that'll back him up a little bit more. It's still going to be 4th down, though. That's the second grounding call against Jordan Love in the second half. I was thinking about grounding, but I thought maybe not because it got tipped at the line technically and got. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure I love that call because there's going to be a receiver in the area if he doesn't. If he doesn't get knocked down at the line of scrimmage. But either way, it's fourth down. Just about a 10-yard difference. So the punt is away. Devin Duvernay, huge return last time. He feels this is zone 17. Sorry, 13. Duvernay makes the guy miss, trying to turn the corner. And Duvernay crosses to 30. Another good return, still on his feet. Out of bounds to 35. That is another great return for Devin Duvernay. About 22 yards on the return. And let's see what the Bears offense can do this time. So 12:38 to go in the fourth quarter, 21-9. Packers lead. The Bears, they trailed by 15. In this game. Their largest fourth quarter comeback win in the postseason was 5 points. And it was almost 100 years ago. It was in the 1933 NFL Championship game against the Giants. That was a long time ago. Williams, all kinds of time here. Like he can like build a house and like have a whole life back there. Now he decides to run, and he'll gain 11 on the scramble. That might be the most time I've ever seen somebody have on a four-man rush. But first and 10 here. Again, Williams has time, throws downfield, nice throw and catch. Loveland to the 35-yard line. And they're already inside Packer territory. So the Bears, they've moved the ball decently well today, but the problem is they can't get the ball in the end zone. It's either a turnover on downs or a field goal. Play action here. Williams throws incomplete. Looking for Odunze, but it brings up second and 10. Caleb Williams throwing for exactly 200 yards. Loveland closing in on 100 receiving. DJ Moore very active in the first half. 5 catches, 39 yards, but has not caught a pass since. I don't know if he's been targeted since. But brings up second and 10 here. Williams under center from the 33. Look to throw here. And he throws downfield. It is another nice throw and catch. He finds Loveland along the sideline again. And Loveland over 100 yards passing. Receiving. And another first down for the Bears. It's another good throw from Caleb Williams. A 21-yard pickup right there. So first and 10 from the 12. Williams looks to throw. Takes a shot at the end zone, just out of the reach of Loveland again. That is the third straight target for Loveland. This time he can't quite come down with it. 10:50 to go. Man, that was just out of his reach. leveling the first rookie tight end with 100 yards in a postseason game since Keith Jackson in the 1988 divisional round. DeAndre Swift motions out of the backfield here, and they'll throw a screen out to him. Well, he's got a lot of work to do just to get back to the line of scrimmage, but he's going to reverse field, get a block from Caleb Williams, and end up picking up 7. Wow, that was a play that did not look good at the start, but ended up being a pretty good pickup. Bears 0 for 3 in the red zone. 2 field goals and an interception. 3rd and 3. Williams under center. They hand it off. Swift up the middle. Has the first down and he might have the touchdown. Let's see. Is he in? He is. It's touchdown for the Bears. They're finally in the end zone. And the Bears have completely changed this game. It is now a 1-score game. Still over 10 minutes to go. They go 7 plays, 66 yards, take 2.5 minutes off the clock. And after the first half, it looked like the Packers would be on their way to an easy win. It is now a 1-score game. It's a 6-point game with 10:08 to go. And here's Cairo Santos for the extra point. And the extra point is good. I was going to say it's an interesting decision to run the football there if you don't get it. Because then you've got another 4th down if you want to go for it or take the points again. Because you've failed to convert on 4th down 1,000 times. But you also could. You're not going to win this game by kicking field goals. So it would have been an interesting decision, but the Bears obviously don't have to worry about that as they get their way into the end zone for the touchdown. But 21-16, the Bears have completely changed this game. From down 21-3, they've scored, what is that, 12 straight? No, 13 straight points. But again, we wait for them to come back from commercial, and the Packers offense has done pretty much nothing in the second half. Bears defense playing pretty well. We'll see if that continues. The Packers need to do something. Run the ball, control the ball for a little bit so your defense gets a break. They've been on the field for a lot here in the second half. So they're back from commercial. The Bears kick it off. And it's a shorter kick, fielded to 15. And on the return, here's Jacobs on the return. He's got a lot of space. Oh, he lost the ball. The ball comes free. I don't know who has this. Whoever has it will have it at the 47-yard line. The Packers might have been able to get this back. And it is Packer football. So they do keep possession, but that could have been a disaster. Man, that's a great job. He punches right at the football and knocks it free. I didn't even know Josh Jacobs returned a kick. Maybe they put him back there because they were looking for something. And I mean, it worked. He had a good return, but then he fumbled. Oh, it's the first kick return of Josh Jacobs' career. So he gets it again here. This time on offense, and flag flies. Whole gain 2. And we have a hold here that'll back the Packers up 10. So it's 1st and 20 after the penalty. 21-15 Packers. Sorry, 21-16 Packers lead. Love and shotgun back to his left from the 36-yard line. Love throws outside. It's caught by Dobbs. And Dobbs going to gain about 8 on the play. So it brings up 2nd pretty long. Jordan Love in the first half, he was great. 3 touchdowns, 139 yards. But he's just completed 4 of 11 passes for 33 yards here in half number 2. So an empty backfield for Jordan Love. They spread the field and go 5 wide. Bears bring a blitz. Love throws over the middle. It's caught by Dobbs. Nice throw to the 34-yard line and a first down. There's a good play for the Packers offense. That's their best play of the second half. By a lot. Romeo Dobbs, 5 catches for 75 yards and his touchdown. Here's a handoff. Josh Jacobs to the left side. And he's got nowhere to go. As we'll gain just a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9. Josh Jacobs, 55 yards and 17 carries. We'll have 194 yards, 3 touchdowns. Although, neither one too great in the second half. So 7:40 to go in the fourth quarter. Love and shotgun back to his left from the 32-yard line. Reed goes in motion. Love looks to throw, takes a shot. Down the sideline, it is incomplete. Right with good coverage there, a one-handed attempt at it, and now he's hurt. So hopefully he's okay. So it brings up 3rd and 9 after the incompletion. I mean, he landed hard right there, so hopefully he's okay. But he has 8 takeaways this year. 5 interceptions, 3 fumble recoveries. That's pretty good. He's had a great year. So the Bears, they've forced a ton of turnovers this year, but I wonder if there's any games where they haven't forced a turnover. I'm sure there probably has been, but I'm willing to bet they probably lost it. So 3rd and 9 from the 32. An empty backfield for Jordan Love. Bears bring 4. Love gets rid of it underneath, caught by Dobbs, and he got a first down. Actually, they might mark him short. Nah, they're already giving him the first down. Almost picked. Yeah, that would have been a tough play to pick it off, but a good attempt at it. Nah, he's got the first down there. So 1st and 10 from the 23. Love throws outside for Golden. And Golden is swung around, still on his feet, jumps over a guy, cuts back inside and scores. What a run! Matthew Golden, his first career touchdown. Comes at a huge time for the Packers. Well, what a catch and run. It is his first career touchdown. And when they really needed a touchdown drive, they get one. And they're back up by 11, about to be 12. With under 7 minutes to play. It is the 4th touchdown pass of the day for Jordan Love. And I'm just terrible tackling here by the Bears. The extra point is no good, though, as McManus misses. So that's actually pretty big, because now you don't need 2 touchdowns. You only need a touchdown, a 2-point conversion, and a field goal. So that could be a big mixed extra point. Sealed it up. Yeah, you would think so, though. I mean, you never know with the Bears, with how good they've been at coming back. But let's see. While they're at commercial, I'm interested to see if the Bears have had a game this year where they haven't forced a turnover. I'm willing to bet they've probably had a couple, because it's insanely hard to force a turnover every game. But they've also been so good at it and forced so many that maybe they have forced them every game. But let's see. Week 1 against the Vikings. I know they had a pick 6 in that game, so they definitely forced a turnover. Week 2 against the Lions. That's a game they lost 52-21, so maybe they did not force a turnover. Let's see. Alright, they did not force a turnover in that game. Against the Cowboys, they had multiple. Against the Raiders, definitely would bet Geno Smith threw at least 2 interceptions in that game. He threw 3. Okay? Against the Commanders, I'm 90% sure they had a turnover in that game as well. Yeah, they had 3 of them. Alright, how about against the Saints? Let's see. They forced 4 turnovers against the Saints. So far, we're at just 1 game where they did not force a turnover, and they lost that one. Alright, they did not force a turnover against the Ravens. They also lost that game, 30-16. They forced 3 against the Bengals. I know they forced 1 against the Giants, because that's when Jackson Dart lost the fumble and got a concussion. The second time against the Vikings, they forced 2. Against the Steelers, I wonder about they probably forced 1 there. Let's see. Yup, they forced 2 turnovers that game. The kick is away here. And we'll come back from the 5-yard line. And on the return, we'll bring it back to the 24. Not a great return. I told you the Bears coming up closer. Well, I mean, they looked pretty good. But the defense just had the touchdown drive, and that might be it. I mean, you don't know, because they are great at coming back, but It doesn't. It still doesn't look the greatest, although I mean, it's definitely possible. But Williams in shotgun back to his right from the 24-yard line. Look to throw, gets pressure, roll to his left, and throw over the middle. That is a nice throw to Odunze at the 40-yard line. A gain of 16 and a first down. Okay, over to throw again. Throws outside for Loveland. Another catch. And he's going to stay in bounds here, so we'll gain just 6. But I mean, this is interesting here, because the Bears can come back here. They haven't been very good, but it's definitely possible, considering how good they are at coming back. But they now have to be concerned about time. Only 5:50 to go. Needing 2 scores. Williams looks to throw. Has time. And incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 3. So 3rd and 3. Bears are 8 for 16 on 3rd down. Williams in shotgun, going to look to throw. Williams over the middle, that is incomplete. Trying to get it to Zacchaeus, but it got knocked away. And brings up 4th down. So now this is a big one right here. You gotta have it for the Bears. They're 1 for 5 on 4th down. Fourth and 3 on their own 48. Williams in shotgun back to his left. They bring Loveland in motion. And it's a high snap, goes over his head, but luckily for the Bears, I don't know if the Bears have ever been so happy to see a false start. The snap went over his head, but there was a false start. And it only backed him up 5. It ends up being the center, Drew Dahlman, who false starts. So 4th and 8. Williams looks to throw. Williams pressured, rolls left. On the run, he throws downfield, and it's caught by Odunze at the 31-yard line. Wow. Just a desperation throw from Caleb Williams, and it's caught at the 30-yard line. What a play. Bo Bichette is signing with the Philadelphia Phillies this week. Yeah, he's an interesting one to watch. I just saw Bregman sign with the Cubs. Williams to throw here. Throws over the middle. That is incomplete. Actually, that's the outside. But still incomplete. Yeah, I wouldn't mind to see the Yankees go with Bichette, although it doesn't seem too likely. They're focused on Bellinger right now. So 2nd and 10 here for the Bears. 5:03 to go in the 4th quarter. So Williams in shotgun back to his left. Williams going to look to throw. Pocket collapsing. Backpedaling. And he just throws it away. Don't know where Kyle Tucker's going. Yeah, I got no idea where he's going either. Wouldn't mind seeing the Yankees get him either, although for some reason they're seeing Bellinger as a priority. Williams to throw here on 3rd and 10. Here's the throw underneath. That's caught by Mononga. He's got space after the catch. Gets a block. And he's inside the 10 down to the 8-yard line. 1st and goal for the Bears. A nice throw and catch right there. A great job by Mononga after the catch as well. So 1st and goal from the 8. Williams going to look to throw. Williams has time. Throws underneath. It's knocked down. And incomplete. So 2nd and goal, 4:21 to go in the 4th quarter. Williams in shotgun, play clock winding down. We'll get the play off. Throws over the middle, caught, touchdown. Oladame Zaccheaus. And the Bears get one of the scores they need. So they got to go for 2 here to make it a field goal game. 27-22 right now. Zaccheaus with the touchdown. The Bears still in this. So a 2-point attempt here for the Bears. There's 4:18 to go. This would make it a field goal game. So let's see. They've got an extra lineman in the game. Multiple tight ends. Well, they get big formation. There's an extra lineman, 3 tight ends, no receivers, and a running back. Now they shift and motion him out wide. And Williams to throw. Williams, end zone. Caught. Got it. Loveland, who else? Another big catch for him. And it's 27-24. So the Bears still in it. A 3-point game with 4:18 to go is definitely doable. Can't count out the Bears just yet. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you can never count them out. They're just so good at coming back and in close games. So 4:18 to go in the 4th quarter. This is crazy. The Bears were down 21-3. But they have scored 21 of the next 20. They've outscored the Bears 21-6 since. So 4:18 to go. Yeah, this has been another great game. So from the 3, here's Jacobs on the return. And Jacobs to the 31-yard line. Packers kicker got paid off. Yeah, I mean, that's a big miss for him on the extra point. Because it makes it... If he made that, we're talking about a 4-point game instead of a 3-point game. So that's a big missed extra point. If the Phillies get Bo Bichette, that lineup may be dangerous for sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think. You guys have Schwarber as a free agent, though, right? Yeah, that'd be a pretty good lineup, though. I mean, Bichette and Trey Turner are some middle infield. So 1st and 10 here from the 31-yard line. Love in shotgun, Wilson to his left. Here's a throw to the outside for Jaden Reed. And Reed, not much space on the screen. He'll gain about a yard, maybe two. 4:05 to go. So the Bears still have all three timeouts. Both teams do. Wonder when the Bears start using their timeouts here. Probably wait a little bit longer. So 2nd and 8. Love in shotgun back to his left. They just got the play off here with the play clock winding down. Love takes a shot downfield. Oh, what a catch by Dobbs at the 34-yard line. Romeo Dobbs with a big catch. Great throw from Jordan Love. Another great play for Romeo Dobbs. A one-handed catch. Wow. He's just running a swap fade. He gets behind the corner and a great throw and catch. So here's a handoff. Jacobs, no gain. Wrong in the low scoring game. It's alright. I mean, it's been a great game, though. So there's the first timeout called by the Bears. It comes with 3:14 to go. Kyle's at a fully signed for a 5-year deal. Why do I not remember that? You guys really re-signed him? I did not remember that. But now that'd be a crazy lineup then. If you guys get Bo Bichette, that is a really good lineup. But a 2nd and 10 here for the Packers. Love looks to throw. Love throws outside. It is caught by Golden for gain of 12. Well, he goes out of bounds, so it stops the clock with 3:11 to go. Well, this has been another great drive for the Packers, going right down the field. The guy with the NFL Blitz big head may have just sealed it for the Packers. Yeah, I mean, he made a huge catch. So first down here, handoff to Jacobs for no gain. Gets stopped at the line of scrimmage. And there's the second timeout by the Bears with 3:07 to go. Jacobs got off to a great start, but now he's just 55 yards and 19 carries. And Jordan Love's stone cold in this drive. Yeah, I mean, he's made some nice throws. And it's a good thing he's making plays because he's not running the football very effectively right now. So it is 2nd and 10 here, 3:07 to go in the fourth quarter. Love in shotgun back to his right. Play clock winding down. And they'll get the play off. Bears bring a blitz. Love takes a shot downfield towards the end zone. It's incomplete. Looking for Luke Musgrave. He wants a flag, but there is no flag, and it's 3rd down. And the incompletion also stops the clock with 3:02 to go. So it saves the Bears their final timeout. But that is definitely a good no call. Happened in November. Yeah, I mean, I just don't remember it. Well, now that you say something about it, I vaguely remember. But the Packers call a timeout here before this third down play. 3:02 to go in the fourth quarter. But if the Packers win, they'll be in Seattle next week. If the Bears win, they'll be at home. Against either the Rams or the Eagles. We've got a 3rd and 10 here. 3:02 to go in the fourth quarter. Big play right here. For the Bears defense, you'd like to hold them to no points, but holding them a field goal is a big win too. Keeping it a one-score game. Love, gonna look to throw. Throws is, oh man, incomplete. Brisker had a chance to maybe pick that off. Actually, they blew this play dead. So there's a delay game. And there's no penalty. So it is 3rd and 15 after the penalty. Backed up to the 26-yard line. Love in shotgun, going to look to throw. Love takes a shot down the sideline towards the end zone. It is incomplete. One-handed attempt by Dobbs. But he couldn't quite make the play. So it's 4th and 15. And I don't love throwing the football right there, just taking a shot downfield. I kind of like running the football and forcing the Bears to use their final timeout. Because it's 4th and 15, you're probably not going to convert anyway. Well, I don't love the play call. So here is Brandon McManus. He missed a field goal before halftime, also missed an extra point. This is a big one from 44. From the left hash, and the kick from McManus is... No, he missed it! McManus is no good. He missed an extra point, and now a field goal, and it stays a 3-point game. Wow. Those are two huge misses. The one keeps it a 3-point game, or one makes it a 3-point game, the other keeps it a 3-point game, and the Bears take over only down by 3 with 3 minutes to go. But that is a huge miss for McManus. They just suspended Max Kepler for 80 games this season. Yeah, I saw that. Well, I haven't heard his name in a while. So the Bears get it back at the 34. Williams under pressure, rolling right. On the return, on the move, will throw incomplete off the hand of Loveland. So 2:43 to go, 2nd and 10. Caleb Williams has 5 scores and 7 chances when trailing by 1 to 3 points in the final 3 minutes of the fourth quarter. That is a very specific stat. But Williams can look to throw here. Underneath there's Loveland again. Another huge catch. He gains 12 and a first down. Packers may get rid of him when the game's over. Yeah, I mean, you got to find a kicker who can make field goals. I mean, he'd been pretty good for him, but just can't be missing those types of kicks. Especially one of them being an extra point. It's too many misses, especially inside 50. Yeah, I mean, the 50-plus ones, like, you still like to make them. You can live with that, but you got to make the easier ones. Especially extra points. And Packers call a timeout here. Packers couldn't get lined up correctly. They couldn't figure out who was supposed to be on the field or who wasn't supposed to be on the field. So 2:08 to go. They call their second. Each team now with one timeout remaining in this game. But I'm pulling up the stats for McManus right now. I know he missed a few times earlier in the year, but he was hurt then. Although I'm pretty sure he's fully healthy now. And just missing kicks. They just showed a stat the last time a team's come back trailing by 15 plus in the fourth quarter was a 28-3 game. Patriots and Falcons in Super Bowl 52, 53, something like that. I think 2. There's a handoff, DeAndre Swift to the right side. He picks up 6, and that takes us to the 2-minute warning. But 27-24, we reached the 2-minute warning. The Bears football 2nd and 4 on the Packer 48. Jake Elliott can make 40-something yard field goal. Yeah, he hasn't been as good recently, right? But McManus, he's now over 2 on field goals today. He's 3 for 4 on extra points. And on the season, he is, now including today, he's 24 for 32. He hasn't missed inside 40, but he's now 3 for 8 from 40 to 49, and 3 for 6 from 50 plus. Man, that is not very good. And it is his second missed extra point of the season. But having a kicker who goes 6 for 14 from at least 40 yards, man, that is terrible. Yeah, I would really not be surprised if he's gone after this game. Although, I don't know, can you make a roster move in the playoffs? Alright, so you can sign players. You can sign a maximum of 4 for the entire playoffs, no more than 2 per week. So they could technically make the move if they want to, which they probably would if they move on. 3 of 8 from 40 to 50 yards. Yeah, he's toast. Yeah, that is not good. So 2nd and 4 here. Williams in shotgun back to his left. Motion Kmet across the formation. Williams looks to throw. Gets pressured. Rolls right on the run. Caleb throws back across the field. Oh, it's off the hands of DJ Moore. But he was wide open. Would have gotten it inside the 30-yard line. But it's incomplete and brings up 3rd and 4. And now the Bears left tackle comes hopping off the field. Some kind of leg injury. So hopefully he's okay. But that is something to watch. You've got a 2nd-string left tackle in the game right now. In the final 2 minutes, potentially, of your season. Williams to throw to the flat. He finds Swift for a 1st down. And he's down the sideline, still in bounds. And then he heads out at the 24. But a nice catch and run there for DeAndre Swift and a 1st down for the Bears. Justin Tucker can make a 60-yard field goal or 50 yards. Yeah, but even last year he wasn't that great with the Ravens. Now, obviously, his replacement missed a huge field goal for the Ravens as well. But he wasn't even that good. But he can make from distance, that is true. Williams looks to throw, pump fakes, now throws downfield. Wide open, DJ Moore, touchdown! The Bears have come all the way back and taken the lead with 1:43 to go. Wow! A 66-yard drive in a minute 8 seconds. And the Bears take the lead for the first time. Or sorry, not for the first time. For the first time since it was 3-0. Wow. 30-27. And now here's another huge extra point. Because this makes it the difference between needing a field goal and a touchdown. So the extra point here is right down the middle. So 31-27. A minute 43 to go. But I mean, there's still plenty of time. A minute 43 and a timeout. Plenty of time for Packers to put a drive together. But they pump fake the screen. They got the corner to bite on the fake. And the DJ Moore just gets behind him for the touchdown. And waited all night to say this. The Bears. Yeah, I mean, it did not look good for a while, but the Bears just do what they do. They come back and win games. And they got another one right here, potentially. So a minute 43 to go. The Bears, their largest comeback win in postseason history was 7 points, which they did 3 times. They were down 18 points today. And they might come back and win. Here's a return for Keyshawn Nixon. He crosses the 20. And he's trying to get to the outside. He's taken down at the 28-yard line. Minute 36 to go. So, 1st and 10 here for the Bears. Sorry, for the Packers. They need to go 72 yards in the next minute 36 seconds. Love in shotgun back to his right. Love going to look to throw. Wanted to go deep, now he throws the flat for Jacobs, who turns back inside. And Jacobs only going to gain about 3. The clock now running, 1:20 to go and counting. Gotta go fast here. Love gonna look to throw. Throws up the seam. It is incomplete. Trying to get it to Matthew Golden, but can't quite fit it in there. And it's 3rd and 7. So a minute 8 to go. Each team with 1 timeout. So Love and shotgun back to his right. From the 31. Look to throw. Love underneath. It's dropped by Dobbs. Dobbs drops it. Brings up 4th and 7 with a minute 5 to go. I mean, if you catch that in bounds, the clock is running, so you'd have to worry about that. So maybe not the worst case scenario, but still should definitely be caught. And of course, it's Romeo Dobbs who drops that. He's had a great game today. But can't catch that one. So it is 4th and 7. A minute 5 to go in the 4th quarter. They bring Golden across the formation. Love in shotgun, going to look to throw. Love has time, throws outside. It is caught by Golden for a 1st down. Out of bounds at the 44-yard line. He stops the clock with exactly a minute to go. And right when they need it, they get the play they need, and they keep their season alive. Golden now 4 catches for 84 yards and a touchdown. So 1st and 10, minute to go from the 44. Love throws outside, caught for about 6 yards, maybe 7. Stops the clock, 55 seconds left. Eagles are most favorites to beat the 49ers on Sunday. Yeah, I picked the 49ers. I just don't really trust the Eagles offense, but that's one of the games that I went back and forth on quite a bit. Because I know the Eagles defense is great, and they can definitely win a low-scoring game. But I just don't know if the offense is good enough. So 2nd and 3 here from the 49. Love and shotgun back to his left. Love looks to throw. Throws one deep down the field. It is off the hands of Jayden Reed and incomplete at the 25-yard line. And it brings up 3rd down. That one should be caught. It goes off his left hand. So 3rd and 3. Love going to throw. And that is caught by Dobbs on the slant. A gain of about 6. Clock is running. 44 seconds. Actually, no, the clock is stopped for some reason. So the Packers call their 3rd and final timeout. I really don't love using it in that situation. So they show McManus over on the sideline. But now that I think about this, it might be better for the Packers if this is a 4-point game. So a field goal does nothing. Because there's no guarantee he's even going to make it. With how he's played today. Plus dealing with the wind as well. So 1st and 10, Love in shotgun, looks to throw here. 40 seconds to go. Love, over the middle, it is caught. Reed inside the 30 to the 24-yard line. 35 seconds and counting. Packers are out of timeouts. Gotta go fast. Oh, there's a injured lineman down the field for the Packers. I think that's the center, Sean Ryan. So that, because they have no timeouts, that'll be a 10-second runoff. That is not good. Hopefully he's okay. So now they've got a new center into the game. Which is something to keep an eye on here. And there's now 22 seconds left. And the clock's also going to start on the ready for play signal. Going down to the wire. It really is. But the new center, he's 27 years old. He's his 3rd year out of Virginia Tech. And he comes in a huge spot for the Packers. This game looks close like Rams-Panthers. Yeah, that game was great. This game equally as good. So Love in shotgun back to his right. Look to throw here. The snap's fine with a new center. Love pressure throws. It is off the hand of Watson and incomplete. A pretty good throw there for Jordan Love because he had to get that just high enough over the linebacker. But low enough to get it to Watson. So a pretty good throw, but just can't quite catch it. So it brings up 2nd and 10. With 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. You've probably got 2 plays if you're the Packers. But you also cannot get taken down inbounds here. The Bears look like they're going to rush 3, drop 8. And we've got the Bears... No, not calling their final time. I've got a flag down. So the good news is the clock is stopped, so there's not a 10-second runoff. So a false start against the Packers backs them up 5. Makes it 2nd and 15 with 13 seconds to go. So they're on the Bears' 28-yard line. Bears rush 3, drop 8. Love steps up. Love, oh, ball came out. That is going to go out of bounds. There is 3 seconds left. The clock is running. There's down to 2 seconds left. They're going to have to put time back on the clock here. Yeah, that's actually going to be incomplete. They have to put time back on the clock. So yeah, they put 5 seconds back on the clock, so 7 seconds left as they roll an incompletion. 3rd and 15. Bears dropping 8 guys past the first down marker. Potentially the game's final play. Oh, Love fumbles the snap. Has it back. Love rolling out. This will be the final play. Clock's at 0s. Love steps up. Directs traffic. Pressured. Love throws. End zone. It is incomplete, and the Bears hold on for the win. What a comeback. From down 21-3 to winning 31-27, the Bears beat the Packers and move on to the divisional round. Wow. And what a game. I mean, just nobody could get open right there. I mean, that is what happens when you drop 8 guys into coverage. All in like a 10-yard area. But wow. The Packers scored just 6 points in the second half. The Bears scored 28 in the second half. And the Bears move on. And they beat the Packers in a great game, 31-27. So go back to this final play again. I mean, Love fumbles the snap. That's the problem, 1. But there's just nowhere to go with the ball because everyone's standing in the end zone. There's 8 defenders in the end zone. So, I mean, he just throws it and just hopes somebody's there. But there was no one there. And it was incomplete. A good stream, good game. Thanks again. Thank you for watching. Glad you enjoyed it. But for the Bears, it is their first playoff game, their first playoff win since the 2010 season when they beat the Seahawks. So it's been a while, 15 years since their last stream. Oh, sorry, since their last playoff win. I've read the word stream. 2 really close games today. Can't ask for more. Yeah, really. I mean, 2 really good games. Hopefully all the rest of the games are like that. Caleb Callaway turns into Mahomes in the fourth quarter. Yeah, for some reason only the fourth quarter. But, I mean, that is what every game pretty much comes down to. But the Bears, they scored 25 fourth quarter points as they outscored the Packers 25-6 in the fourth quarter. Caleb Williams ends up with 361 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. Jordan Love was also great. He threw for 323 yards and 4 touchdowns, and his team still lost. Caleb really proved everyone wrong. Yeah, I mean, everyone always doubts him, and people, the Bears can't win because they play too many close games. I mean, they just find ways to win. But final score 31-27. The Bears will be at home next week against either the Eagles or the Rams, because if the 49ers win tomorrow, they'll be in Seattle, the Rams will be in Chicago. But if the Eagles win, the Rams will be in Seattle, and the Eagles will be in Chicago. Unlike the Giants. Yeah, we'll be here one day, hopefully. But final score 31-27, a crazy comeback for the Bears. But that is where I'm ending this stream, everybody. I'll be live tomorrow for the 1 o'clock game, which is Bills and Jaguars. I will not be streaming the 2 later games tomorrow night, or tomorrow afternoon, so 4:30 and 8. But I will be streaming tomorrow at 1. So, that is the plan for tomorrow. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day or night. And yeah, thank you for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, turn notifications. I do my best to put this as often as possible. But yeah, thank you for watching. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day or night. And I'll see you in the next video.